Everybody, and welcome to this vlog. It's called a raw vlog, but it is a vlog. And the reason why I call it a raw vlog is because I can. Well, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and look it, I'm having a little bit, and as a matter of fact, I'm sorry to be drinking in front of you, lovely hot chocolate with whipped cream, although the whipped cream is long gone. Look, a little sip. Hold on. Stand by, talk amongst yourselves. Okay, do I have chocolate on my lips? No. Okay, this is, oh, you know what? I have to have another one. I'm sorry, but it is my vlog. Oh, Christmas time and hot chocolate. I tell you, viewers, there's just nothing better. So, welcome. Getting closer to Christmas Day, right? We're getting very close. Today's going to be kind of a little bit of show and tell because I want to show you a couple of things. And the first thing I want to do is show you a picture from 1957. Now, I have the original photograph, but I'm going to show you one that I did on the computer that's a little bit bigger. And look at this. Do you see this? Do you see this young man here? Look at this. This is me. Look at me in my plaid shirt and my jeans. A fashionata, a true child of fashion. And this is me in 1957, sitting in front of our Christmas tree. And a couple of these ornaments I still have. There's a red bell up here somewhere. I still have that one. I had another one up until last year, and I dropped it by mistake and broke it. Cried for days, but I still have the red one, and I've been trying to replace the one I broke, which I've had, as you see, since I was a child, and it's one of the hardest ones to get, so I do keep looking for it. Let me see if I can show you where it is. The one that I broke. Oh dear, I can't just see it right now. It's usually right by my ear. Anyways, not to worry. This is me, Robbie Bobby, in 1957 Christmas. Look at this. That's when we had these little cars, but it's not like today when they're Wi-Fi or they run wireless. You see there's a wire that comes here up to this little thing I'm holding in my hands that made it go forward or back or turn the lights on, whatever it did. Can you believe that? And a coloring book. I think it's a circus coloring book. And a Tinker Toys. Look at this. Tinker Toys, a car. I was spoiled as a kid like this because at this point, my sister was still a baby and nobody cared about her. It was all about me and had been for several Christmases until she came along. And this was a burgundy-colored, wine-colored, burgundy-colored couch. And look at this. Back in those days, all Ma Bell did was install a telephone. They didn't say, oh, Mrs. Reed, where would you like your telephone installed or where can I put it? Nope. They ran the wire in and they put the phone wherever they damn well pleased. And look at where our phone is. It's halfway up the wall by the window. So me, when I had to get the phone, I had to jump up on the couch and reach up here. Now, really, you couldn't even sit and have a conversation because the cord wasn't long enough to come down the wall and reach. That was Ma Bell service. Bell Canada service, yes. Nope, we're running the line in, Mrs. Reed, and we're just putting the phone. Now, I don't know why they put the line in so high. I guess, well, I'm thinking buried lines. It wasn't. It was a regular line from a telephone pole, so it was up high. So they just brought it down a bit, and they drilled a hole, and they put the phone here. I always thought these kind of phones looked like cats. You see? Didn't they? But there's the phone. Look at these lovely curtains. They were plastic. Plastic curtains. And you'll see some of our Christmas cards up here. And look at this. Lovely, lovely tree. 1957. Show and tell. And the old guy's still going in 2022. There you go. Here's a couple of other things I did way back 20 years ago. I used to make a compilation of Christmas tunes on a CD, and I would give it to people for Christmas in their stockings or whatever. No, I didn't get any money out of it, and I just did them. But I used to make my own covers, too. So this particular one was called Christmas at Pine Tree House. That's a crack in the plastic here. Christmas at Pine Tree House. Songs on there like Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, Christmas Cannon, Sleigh Ride, Little Drummer Boy, the Christmas song. So that's the one I did. This was 2002, 20 years ago. 2020, ladies and gentlemen. The following Christmas, it was called A Pine Tree House Christmas. Now, this is a sketch of our home where we lived in Orillia, Ontario. The house was called Pine Tree House. And a lovely home. I do miss this house, 1882. And this was a Pine Tree House Christmas, 2003. And as he drops it, songs like Silver Bells, Mel Torme, Happy Holidays with Bing Crosby, Lou Rawls, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, Judy Garland, Jack Jones, and Liza Minnelli, a song from the 1963 Christmas special she did. And Barry McNeil's were on here. Oh, a whole bunch of people. Diana Krall. And this was what I did called a Pine Tree House Christmas. And this was a sketch that Isabel McCreet actually did for us. Isabel is no longer with us, but a lovely artist. And she did several versions of our house. And this was one that had Christmas bows on it and that. So, yes. So I thank her for that. And a lot of people have that. Now, we do have that print is framed here at Palm Villa, where we live in Maple Bay. Now, also, this is Remember When, playing Remember When. Back in Christmas 1965, Mary Wilson, Florence Ballard, and Diana Ross made a Christmas songs. They recorded them in the summer of 65, and the album and the hit single were released at Christmas time, 1965, and the single was called Children's Christmas Song. But this is what the album looked like. This is the original album that I bought, probably for $3 and so much, back in 1965. See this? There's Mary, who just passed away a year ago. Florence, who passed away a decade or more ago, a couple of decades ago. And there's Miss Ross here at the front, still going. And these are all the songs like musical instruments, ornaments, and then red, green, red, green. Then the back was a picture of them from a TV show, of something, Magic Mountain or something like that. And they're on a toboggan, which I'm surprised that in the U.S. they had a toboggan. But anyways, we have toboggans here in our lovely country, Canada. So there's the gals on here. Merry Christmas. And it had 12 songs on it. Things like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Me, one of my favorites. I love that song. Children's Christmas Song, a big hit, Born of Mary, and White Christmas. Now, a few years ago, Motown, decided to re-release on a CD, of course. Now, of course, it would be re-released on a vinyl again. But I had the original vinyl, 1965. You count how many years old that is. Here is the new one they did, I don't know how many years ago, could have been even a decade ago. The very same album cover, A Merry Christmas, The Supremes, only it does say stereo. This one that I have here, not stereo, because stereo used to cost an extra $1. And in 1965, I was not a rich little boy who could afford to pay an extra $1 for stereo, so a lot of my albums were mono. If this was stereo, it would say stereo up here. It's not. But probably paid, I don't know, $15, $20 for this one. It is stereo. And it's kind of cute. It's the same thing. And on the back, look at this, the same picture. The thing that's added here is you get extra songs right here. See, there's extra songs added. And those extra songs that were not on the original, because they have to make decisions on what to put on them and what to not put on vinyl records, because there was only so much space on a vinyl record that gave them good quality sound. But the new tracks, bonus tracks, A Christmas Song, Just a Lonely Christmas, I like that song too, Noel, and Silent Night, which the lead on that was Florence Ballard on Silent Night. So it's quite a neat little compilation here. And look, you get this cute little Motown record. It looks like a little Motown record. American Motown. In Canada, the Supreme records were on Tamala Motown. That looked a bit different than this. But look at this. Look at this picture. Remember these tinsel trees? So they had to set the girls up on a hot, hot day in the summer with this little Christmas tree and a few sparse decorations. That's called a record player, for those of you who are quite a bit younger. And a couple of records down here. And here's the girls. And a couple other things. Look at this. I think the original picture, they actually were wearing blue. And when they did it for the album, they changed the blue to red. I didn't know they could do that back in the 60s, but I guess they did. And then this is telling you more about the about all the cuts and whatnot, and the little picture of the Motown disc. Now, I do have some Supremes and Four Top songs on the Motown label, but it's because I bought them in America and not bought them in Canada, but I do have a few. But as I said, the original label in Canada was Tamala Motown, which was white, and it said Tamala Motown. And I think in the UK, it was just called Tamala, I believe. I don't even think they called it Motown when the records were out in the UK. So a little bit of going back into the past, and I'm glad I have this CD. And as a matter of fact, I played it earlier today. And yes, there is a little bit of a difference hearing the stereo, I must say. But the other album, I love the album too. It makes me feel like Christmas because, you know, that was a long, long, long time ago. And I remember playing the album out at Christmas. As a matter of fact, my mother and father probably said, if you play that damn album one more time, I'm going to throw you in a snowbank. And I'll call social services. No. My mother did say that. I have to tell you, on the very first record they ever bought me with a record player, they bought me 2 records at Christmas. And it would have been Christmas 63, I believe. They bought me a Seabreeze stereo, and it even had a separate little stereo speaker. And they bought me 2 45 records, the little records with the big hole in the center. One was Bobby's Girl, Marcy Blaine, and the other was Telstar, an instrumental by the Tornadoes. I still have those 45s because I have a jukebox that I put a lot of my records in and keep changing them. So when I only had the 2 records, and they had flip sides, so I would play the flip sides too. But when I would play Bobby's Girl, I remember distinctly my mother yelling from the kitchen, if you play that bloody song one more time, I will throw you in the snowbank. And I said, well, Mom, you know, it's not my fault. You only bought me 2 records. And then I think with some Christmas money I got, I went out and maybe bought a couple more. And they were what, 66 cents, 77 cents? I don't know at the time. I do know at the time albums like this would set you back $3 and so much. And maybe $4 and change, or $4.99 for stereo. Maybe a bit less. Those were the days, viewers. So some Christmas memories. I hope some of the memories that you're saying, oh yeah, Rob, yes, I remember that. I bought that album, or I remember that song, or we had a Christmas tree that looked like that, or my mom and dad or my grandparents had a couch that was wine colored and looked like that. Heavy son of a gun to move, I remember, when my mother would change the room around. Not that it was child labor with me pushing it around. I guess I would help if I could, but I remember it being moved around by my dad and her or by neighbors, and it was a heavy couch to move around. But I always thought it was a nice couch. It was a very comfy couch. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for this little trip down memory lane. Like my Santa hat again. I tried to place the little tassel here on it a bit differently today. I guess I could do this too, couldn't I? It looks like a Madonna hat. I don't know. Anyways, happy holidays. I hope you're enjoying it. I'll try to get a couple more vlogs in before Christmas if I can, when something comes to me that I can do. And I enjoy it so much that you take the time to look at my vlogs. And I just appreciate it so much. And I have a lot of fun doing them. So you know what? That's fine if you listen. It's fine if you don't. But like it at the bottom down here somewhere and subscribe if you would like to. It doesn't cost you anything, and I don't bug you or try to sell you, you know, CDs. No, I don't try to do that. It's just, if I ever got to 1,000 subscribers, you know, I would be a rich man. Really. Thank you so much. Take care of yourselves. Care of the weather, because the weather across the whole country is crappy. Although ours is supposed to get better on Christmas Day, 8 degrees and 10 degrees on Boxing Day here in Maple Bay, British Columbia. I gotta go. Bye. Take care. See you soon. Thanks for watching.